To any youngster standing in front of a possibly vague future, the years of teenage are of utmost importance. This is the time where he will be taking the road, and this is the point that will determine his future. My intermediate days, which were in 2011 and 12, played an important role in choosing video editing as a profession. Initially, I took admission in MPC MSET in one of the well respected colleges in Hyderabad, as my father was influenced by his friends who told him that engineering as a course is very much in demand, and to do engineering, MSET is a must. A prestigious thing to do, etc. etc. But I was weak in math and I stopped going to the college, as I was frustrated because I couldn't see myself wading through the mire of those beta, theta, beta formulas. I finally decided to say goodbye to studies and wanted to set up my own business. Before pitching the idea to my father, I planned everything and noted the estimated cost. I planned to open a chain of internet caves near every famous college in Hyderabad. Back then, the netcave business were insanely popular, and I thought about covering events also, such as weddings and other events, as a part of my video editing career. With all these calculations running in my mind, I presented the idea to my father and got a tight slap in return. This was something of a shock to him, and his expectations were reasonably high. He thought about two vocations which would have been suitable for me. They were the jobs of a software engineer and an IAS officer. The IAS dream was very close to his heart because he worked as a government employee in the Hyderabad Secretariat and also as a Jamidar under lots of IAS officers for 40 plus years and retired in 2018. So he naturally got shocked when he heard about my audacious dream. I cried and stood firm and told him that I was not able to concentrate on math. He relented at last, like all affable fathers, and understood that I had issues with the subject and not with studies. It was little tough to get admission in any other college because it had already been a month since I joined the college. But he secured a seat for me using his influence in the CEC group in a college which was run by one of his friends. I hardly attended any of the lectures. Every day I told everybody that I was going to college, but in reality, I whiled away the time watching movies in theaters. Like I said in the previous episode, I was forbidden from watching TV at home till my intermediate first year. So naturally, watching movies took its toll. I observed everything, the scenes, editing, direction, and effects, which aroused my curiosity towards movie making. I also wanted to know how one could direct a movie. Then my attendance was naturally poor by the time. Then one fine day, during my second year of the intermediate, my father got a letter of attendance from the college. During this scene, I was at the home of a cousin. Before this, I used some tricks like collecting the letter myself and hiding or throwing it safely. But this time I was caught red handed. I somehow managed to pass the first year exams with average marks. Even I failed in commerce in the first year, but then took it as a challenge and scored 70 in the second try. But I was caught. I fumbled, and soon the lies I told began to unravel in front of my father. Now, whenever I look back, what happened that time as a filmy tint, I told my parents that I wanted a career in multimedia and they should allow me to pursue a degree in VFX and animation. And if they allow me, I will score good marks. My father, seeing my passion, finally relented. Then I called my friend Srinath and we decided to study together. I saw it as a golden opportunity to make out of my passion a glorious career. I took this as a challenge and we studied aggressively, pulling several all nighters. During the daytime, we used to read and jot down answers for economics mock tests and we helped each other. One of us would give marks for the other one's mock test and vice versa. Srinath was weak in economics and I taught him that, and he enlightened me on commerce. I still cherish those 45 days. They were golden, etched in my mind as the totems of pure hard work. We used to mock and scold each other for the errors we had committed during those mock tests. We also talked about random stuff as well. I prepared well this time, and seeing my dedication, my father was relieved. Everyone was scared about the economics paper except me, as I had studied it exhaustively. Soon the exams got over and the results came. I was naturally tense as I knew my whole future depended on this result. I had to prove a point that my passion for video editing wasn't a chaos, hasty decision, but a calculated, wise move. I took a printout of the result and saw that I got 90 in economics, thus topping the class. Those golden 45 days came to my memory and I had almost tears of joy in my eyes. I scored 93 in Sanskrit even though I didn't give it much time. I felt immensely happy that my efforts had paid off. I'm not saying that this is some tremendous achievement. What I'm trying to say is that if there is a will, there's a way, which is my all-time favorite quote. My first year was a disaster, but I surpassed many of the toppers in the second year by studying intensely for a measly 45 days. I would like to say just this. If you're true and honest towards your dream, you can achieve pretty anything under the sun. That's all for today, guys. See you in the next episode where I will be sharing my college day stories where you will see a lot of twists.